Yes! Her room's gotta be around here, right? There's someone there.
What's Val up to, I wonder?
Heya! Hina! It's just me!
Val?
I figured you might be lonely, so I wanted to check and make sure everything's okay.
Oh, you thought I was the lonely one? But you weren't lonely at all, right?
No, of course not. In fact, I was busy making plans for the trip.
Ah, yes, the picture of Soul Guard preparedness.
That's right.
Joking aside, I realized I'm more weak-willed than I thought.
Hina?
If I'm being completely honest, I'm scared.
Scared of what?
Completing my duty as the Alm and sacrificing my soul. It's terrifying. When we set out on this journey, I hadn't really thought about the consequences of becoming the Alm. Of what I'd really be giving up. I never questioned my role before. It's ingrained in our traditions, after all. Our purpose in this world has always been to continue our way of life. The Alms are how we protect the future. But now, after traveling to all these exotic locations and meeting so many different people, both good and bad, I realized... Never mind. I'm probably overthinking it.
Ow!
Oh!
What's up?
Auron!
Sorry for eavesdropping. Can I ask? If you two could be together forever, would you? Continue living your lives as you are now, until you both grow old and gray. If you never want to let each other go, I can make that happen. I can show you a future free of the Alm's sacrifice. If you trust me, come to the pier by the market before sunrise. I'll be waiting.
No more alms. Do you think a future without sacrifices is possible?
But what'll happen to us and our mission?
I want to hear what Auron has to say.
Hina?
Okay? Do you remember when we were kids and I got hopelessly lost just outside of the village?
Oh, yeah. Once I noticed you were gone, I ran out to search for you. When I found you, you were crying, which made me cry. We left without telling anybody. Do you think we should have included the rest of the group in this? They're alms too.
True, but it's already late. And I know that Karina, for one, was exploring the palace from top to bottom. I bet she's fast asleep by now. Also, I get the feeling that everyone else has already come to terms with their role as alms. But I just can't. I don't want to have to give all of this up. I want to keep living my life. And now that I've realized that, I know that what I really want is to stay here and keep making memories with you, Val. It's silly, but I don't want the others to see how selfish I've become. How unworthy I am to be an Alm.
Don't say that! You were personally chosen by an elemental spirit. You'll make a fantastic Alma Fire.
Thanks, Val. That does actually make me feel better.
You're not the only selfish one. I wish I could keep traveling with you forever. Not to the Mana Tree, just anywhere. And everywhere. But I don't know how much stock we can put in Auron's plan. If there's no other choice, I think it's our duty to see this pilgrimage through.
Agreed. I accepted the title, and I will do what needs to be done. But I'd like to know our options first. You know, you're a pretty good soul guard, Val. I was scared to talk about how I was feeling. I thought maybe the others, or even you, Val, might be disappointed in me.
Hina, nothing you say would ever make me think less of you. And I know the rest of the convoy feels the same. They'd listen to what you have to say.
You're right. I'll talk to everyone when we get back.
But first, we gotta hear Auron out.
Good. You're willing to take a chance on me.
We want to hear you out, at least. What is it that you plan to do? How can you make it so that alms aren't needed? Won't the world fall to ruin if the alms don't sacrifice their souls to the Mana Tree and replenish the depleted mana power?
It won't. I'm going to change the unjust laws of fate that rule this world of ours. I can fix it all. And the world will be better for it. For people like Hina. And Liza.
Liza? You mean like Liza?
It figures you'd know her. She was a soul guard from Tiania like you. After she completed her mission, we settled down together. She's the love of my life.
Oh, we heard she got married, but didn't know who her partner was.
Is she okay? Where is she?
She's around. Still in Guju, actually. 4 years ago, she was named the Alm of Earth.
Liza became an Alm? But didn't disaster befall Guju?
Just because the village was destroyed doesn't mean everyone was lost. But living on the edge of a knife, waiting for fate to strike you down is no life at all. I need your help to change this world for good.
So, why ask the two of us?
Any Alm would be fine, but I don't know. When I look at you two, I see a lot of me and Liza in you. That's why I need you both to help me. What do you say? Want to change the world?
I want to see the future that Val and I can make together.
Sounds like I'm at your service, Auron.
I knew I could count on the pair of you. Hop aboard and let me show you what I found.
Did something happen to Liza in Guju?
These days, she has a hard time moving. And it seems that she's still considered the Alm of our village, even after all these years. But I just can't let her go to the Mana Tree.
Where are you taking us?
A small island with a place called Rhaenys Shrine, where we can perform the ritual.
What ritual?
It's a ritual that allows another person to borrow the life energy of an alm.
That sounds dangerous. Will this ritual hurt Hina in any way?
Everything will work out. Using the power of a person chosen by the elementals, I can make it so the alms won't have to sacrifice themselves, just like in the past.
Oh, you mentioned something about that on the Prim. Is that why you're traveling the world right now?
Yep, I've been searching everywhere for a way to fix things. I'd be willing to do just about anything as long as it's for Liza. And that's how I happened upon the two of you.
What's that?
That is Rhaenys Shrine. It was built back in the time of Fadiel to honor the elementals and give thanks to the spirits. The elemental spirits are more in tune with things like this altar, so it's a good place to perform this ritual. I'm gonna head straight for the altar and get things set up. The terrain is a bit tricky here, so watch your step.
Careful, Hina. It really is hard to keep your footing here.
Thanks, Val. Such a mysterious place we've found ourselves in. Each breath of air feels so crisp and clean. The breeze is nice too. Val, I figured out what I really want. I want to go back to Tiania. With you. I want to hear the rumbles of our volcano as we go about our lives. Smiling, laughing, enjoying each other. Is that selfish of me?
Hina, of course it's not. I want the same thing. That's the whole reason I came here.
Really? You too?
Let's get started. Go stand in the center of the altar.
Hina, good luck.
Not so fast. You too, Val.
What? Me?
This ritual allows someone to borrow another's life force, remember? Hina needs your support physically to hold her up.
I'd rather you were with me anyway, Val. Please.
Well, okay. Is it weird that standing up here makes me nervous?
Yeah, it's weird. I'm not nervous. I'm with you. And we'll be together from here on out.
Lam ratila kon yuila mila raila fonil zara seki shakri fukri jadila roto lazula tura lola
What?
lazul
Hang on.
shula shuzra pula rela.
Orin, what are you doing? This feels like...
You've got it, Val. This ritual is actually used to draw out the abilities of people with particular powers. In other words, you, Val, can reduce living things to their essence, their core stones.
Into what?
When Liza told me about this little boy from her village who could crystallize monsters, I figured she was kidding. It sounded like a silly myth. But once I saw you in action, I realized you might be the answer I've been searching for. All I needed was the ritual in order to use your powers. And now, I'll have the core stone of an alm. With it, I'll be one step closer to accomplishing what I set out to do. Hina! You're coming with me to Elucia Isle.
Orin! This isn't... We didn't want this! You said we could be together! We trusted you!
I had to, Val. But her sacrifice won't be in vain. I promise you.
Val.
Hina! I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for this to happen. I didn't mean to do this. It's all my fault. If I didn't have these stupid powers, you'd be...
I always thought we'd get married and have lots of children. You'd grow into a wise old man, and I'd be by your side through the years. That was the future I wanted for us.
Hina, no!
What does not wait for a lifetime, even if the light of my soul should fade? This love of ours we would never trade, no matter what. Close your eyes, your lips, I'm a memory, a distant thought, yearning to be free, a whisper at your fingertips, now and for always, now and for always, now and for
My, that is quite the quandary.
Turned into a core stone? I had noticed when monsters transformed into rocks during fights, but I didn't know it was your doing, Val.
You're sitting here feeling sorry for yourself. But Orin isn't the only one to blame for this fiasco.
I know.
You know? Like you know that it's your whole job to prevent things like this from happening, Mr. Soulguard?
Karina, is this really the time?
No. She's right. I have no right to call myself a soul guard.
You won't even stand up for yourself? Pathetic!
How should we proceed?
What do you mean? You all still have a duty to fulfill at the Mana Tree. And Val is still charged with protecting the Alms along the way. That hasn't changed. With the loss of the Alm of Fire, the village of Tiania is in grave danger. The longer you hesitate, the wider the damage may spread.
But how can I possibly... make it to the Mana Tree when I can't even protect a single person?
Where do you think you're going?
Karina, leave him be. I know how you feel, but you're only pouring salt into the wound at this point.
Oh, come on, Morley. Don't tell me you're not mad at Val, too.
Of course I am. But yelling at him now won't help. He should have talked to us before taking Hina on this fool's errand. But what's done is done.
I just don't get it. How could this have happened to Hina?
We received word this morning that Dorfer Volcano is active. The extent of the damage is not yet known. Eruptions will scorch the earth with fire from every fissure, so goes the saying. The village is vulnerable.
What about Val? If he quits, will we have to make the pilgrimage to the Mana Tree on our own?
A complex conundrum to be sure. I do not think it wise to withdraw with Val in this state.
Perhaps I can make Val see reason. All he needs is a nudge in the right direction. Leave this to me. Consider it payment from your assistance with my wrongful imprisonment.
Father knows what he's doing. Let him try.
Yeah, well, maybe you can knock some sense into that thick head of his.
He's suffered enough as it is. I doubt he could handle another blow to his mind or body after what he's been through.
I have a duty to the rest of the Alms. They need protection. They need me. But how can I protect everyone when I'm the reason Hina... And how do I even face them? I wish none of this had ever happened. Once we get back, if we'd never left the pier, everything would be different, Hina. If only I didn't have this stupid power. If only someone else had been chosen as the Soul Guard. Hina, I'm so sorry.
There you are, Val. Hard to find a prettier view than the ocean. Calming, too. Feels like your heart naturally matches the rhythm of the waves. I'd find Morley out here when I first took him in. He wasn't used to city life, but he liked the sea.
He did, huh?
Back then, Morley felt responsible for the fall of Aetern. So much guilt for such a small boy. You probably see what I'm trying to get at here. When it got really bad, I would give Morley things to do. Odd jobs, errands, you name it. Whether it was helping with some of the younger children or traveling with me to distant markets, I put him to work. Even introduced him to Milpa. Anything to give him a sense of community. I wanted Morley to learn more about himself and find a path of his own. It won't be easy, but you can't let this terrible accident close off your emotions. Sure, you could try to forget all about Hina, your powers, and the part you played in this tragedy, but it would solve nothing. You need to find the courage to face what happened, to face what's in your own heart.
My heart?
That's why fighting prowess is only a small part of what you need to become a Soul Guard. What matters most is your heart. And the will to carry on, for the sake of a bright future.
Although, it's not my place to force Mew into a mission Mew can't stomach anymore. I suppose if Muir out of commission, then the Alms will just have to find their own way. By themselves, all on their lonesome. Of course, the road to the Mana Tree is full of monsters and inhospitable terrain, so a Soul Guard would be useful. But Morley and the others can hold their own against all those ferocious enemies.
Probably. What are you talking about?
Karina?
This pilgrimage is doomed from the start without our soul guard. So Hina's core stone was stolen. So what? We're just gonna have to steal it back. Without you and Hina's help, I never would have gotten this far in the first place. I won't abandon you both now.
Don't forget, you're not just our soul guard, Val. You're our friend and companion. This isn't a journey you have to complete alone. We're in this together.
Precisely. I would wish for none other than you to bid us a fond farewell at the end of our arduous adventure. Please, find it.
Thank you. All of you. I shouldn't be asking any favor, but Auron has Hina's core stone, and Before we set out, Hina and I decided that if Auron's plan was a bust, we'd like to see this pilgrimage through to the end. It may only be a small piece of her, but I want to bring Hina's core stone to the Mana Tree in her
An entity's core stone is its elementary essence. If we convey Hina's to the Mana Tree, we may stave off greater tragedy.
You're forgetting that we have no idea where Auron's gone. He could be anywhere in the world.
He said something about an Elusia Isle.
Didn't you say Elusia Isle? Perhaps luck is on our side. Elusia is the self-same island where the Mana Tree grows. You're already on your way.
As I recall, first we must scale the Dede Cliffs. I have visited the Vigilant Beast Watch who guard the bluff. It was terrifyingly tall.
Climb the cliffs? Don't be silly. You can use the Jack Seed, just like all the other... This special seed can swiftly grow a huge vine, big enough to scale the cliff. It saved the convoys a lot of time and effort on previous
Then what are we standing around here for? Let's go find that lowlife Auron and get Hina's core stone back.
The sooner we recover her core stone.
What?
It looks like... Hina.
I'm certain that Hina wasn't the only alm sent on this pilgrimage with misgivings in their heart. The burden is heavy, to be sure. Now it's up to Val and the others to shoulder that burden and carry on. Wait!
What is it, Father?
My 9 lives flashed before my eyes. I almost sent you all on your way without a proper introduction to my Emporium. Your trip will only get tougher from here on out. Make sure you're good and ready.
Welcome. What can I get for you? Please come again.
Elusia Isle is still a long way off. I should take stock of my item and gear situation. I can't fail in my soul guard duty. Not again.
Babu, ba-doo-doo-bum. Da baba-doo-bum. bubble bada. Dub bubble bada. Dub bubble bada. That's good.
Welcome! What will it be? Will that be all? Much appreciated. Thank you for coming.
Yes!
Welcome. Please peruse what we have. Come again soon.
Time to get on the...
Okay, everyone. I guess
Correct. From the
the what?
In this...
The whole... Now...
Well then, lead the.
Arvid's pasture supplies food to the whole world. Its vast, lush fields are abundantly fertile. Though peaceful now, in the past people fought over this very land.
Arvid's War, right? I remember Hina reading historical accounts, and...
Hina was quite the ravenous reader, was she not?
Just fields and farms as far as the eye can see, huh?
A familiar sight. It reminds me of Milpa's ranch.
Imagine having to plow this whole pasture.
The caretakers here rely on the capital and the blessings of the spirits to cultivate their crops.
Let's rest up! Wanna do this the hard way, huh? Come at me!
You've got a long way to go before you can challenge us.
This is kinda exciting. A rare item! Where to next? Taking this?
Orin turned out to be the king of jerks. I had wanted to thank him for his help in Rada, but after seeing him, he better hope we never cross paths again. This face will have an unfortunate collision with my fist. Last one! Don't let it get away!
Okay.
Mark, no bites!
So when exactly did that Arvid's pasture war happen?
Historical volumes have been somewhat vague, but it was before the establishment of Illistana.
Hard to imagine fighting over such a bountiful meadow. Greed is a scary thing. Grizzly! Taking this. Grizzly! Let's rest up. Smoke her off. Take this! Take this!
Don't let it get away! Over already?
Was Orin an acquaintance of yours? An ally of old, perhaps?
Val and Hina met him after they set out from Tiania. From what I was able to glean, he's not a merchant.
Orin took advantage of them. He's a coward and a cheat.
Got some syrup.
Look what the cat's
One more. You're mine!
It's useless to run. Grow stronger with every battle.
Yes! I'll take you all on! You're mine! You're mine! Got it!
I might have gone a bit overboard.
Got some syrup!
Consider yourself lucky I didn't go all out.
Let me see. This might be useful. Where to next? Taking this.
Get too cocky.
You're mine! Take this! Take this!
Okay, who's next?
I can deal with this.
I guess this means I've improved. Let's go! Grizzly!
Val's a lot less fun to be around when he's mopey. But I don't know what to say either.
My suggestion is to allow him some space, Karina.
He's trying, but it takes time to get your thoughts in order after such loss. Respond when he initiates conversation. Just be there for I can go another round.
Let's plan our next move. Wanna do this the hard way, huh? You're mine! Got it! They were nothing but hot air. This is kind of exciting. Nice! Ramco? Are you worried about me? Thanks, buddy. I didn't mean to upset you. I'll be okay. Taking this? Got some syrup. This is kind of exciting. This might be useful. You're mine! Take this! Take this! This should be the last. Keep this coming.
Consider yourself lucky I didn't go all out.
I was told once that the area around Dura Gorge hasn't changed much since ancient times. The monsters are formidable too. Don't let your guard down for a moment.
Not everyone's perfect like you, Morley. But Hina's here too. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to...
Don't worry about it, okay?
Let's just do our best to stay vigilant.
Hina would be deeply disappointed in us if we were to incur any injuries. The moisture in the air is completely absent, but the wind spirits are still present.
It's the worst. Val, walk in front of me to block the gusts.
Okay. I guess this could count as protecting the Alms.
We're counting on you, Val.
Power of mana! Let's ride this whirlwind! Jump!
How many times have you visited the gorge, Palomina?
Not frequently, I fear. Certainly not often enough to become used to the challenging climate.
This is kind of exciting. Item! Watch yourselves, everyone! Come at me! You're mine! One more. Take this!
Well, that was anticlimactic.
Got some syrup!
Do not forget to watch your footing, Val.
Sorry. Sounds like you're protecting me more than I'm protecting you.
Perish the thought. I merely want nothing detrimental to befall our defenders.
You're mine!
We need you!
Take this!
Don't let it get away.
You're enough mana! Take this!
Here's how he eats bugs like you for breakfast.
Grizzly!
What did you do for fun as a kid, Palomina?
Let me see. I read and reviewed the written word. I learned about flora and fauna. Oh, I would often experiment with different types of tea leaves to create the best blend of flavors.
I guess that's about what I'd expect from a childhood spent cooped up in a palace.
Let me see. A rare item! Grizzly!
Look with the cats.
You're mine! Come at me! Take this! Got it!
Picking a fight with us.
A dead end? No. I bet the power of wind could help here.
Let's ask Sylphid for some assistance.
difference from the pasture we passed through before, huh?
I always consider the changing landscape as another thing to look forward to while traveling.
Hina would have loved to see all these places. Got some syrup! Let's plan our next move.